a year. Um, I don't really have any ideas for like videos, so I was just gonna talk about my experience with Warped Tour since it's like pretty far away, but it's coming up. So I was gonna talk about my experience with Warped Tour and how that went, maybe helping other people on like what to do if it's like their first time. I went to Warped Tour last year with my sister and my dad. They changed the rules to where if you're not 21, that's my dogs. Okay. So they changed it to where if you're not 21, you can't get in on your own. You have to show like ID because of the alcohol and stuff. So if you're below 21, then you have to have a parent or a guardian go with you, which I had my dad and my sister, but she was only 19 at the time of Warped Tour. But it was my first concert thing that I've ever been to, so it was kind of overwhelming, and I was really scared and nervous about meeting everyone. But when we got there, we stood at the freaking, oh my lord, where you pulled up. They had you wait if you were early, and we were pretty early. We were like one of the first ones there, so they had people wait in their cars, and there was people walking up to the line, like to the gate. So me and my sister went up there while my dad waited in the car before they let them in to go park. And we did this can thing where if you donated like 3 cans or something, you got this wristband and you got in early. Uh, so we did that and got in early. It was pretty fun. If you follow them on Twitter, they'll give you they'll tweet out things like they had us go to this one booth, and if we said peace on earth, we got something free. It ended up being this little uh, water bottle thing that says Vans off the wall, but I don't know what I did with it. But it's pretty cool. In the beginning, it's kind of crowded in the line, but then when you get in there, there's not really any bands playing, obviously, because it's just the beginning. So you're just walking around looking at booths and stuff, and they've got some pretty cool stuff. I bought this one cup, which is over there, but I broke it, so I'm not gonna go get it. You can sort of see it, like right there. Yeah. But uh, that was like $10. They're kind of expensive, but it's Warped Tour, so you kind of expect it. But if you walk around, you can see like even people from the bands are just walking around, meeting their fans and stuff. And the year I went, uh, My Digital Escape, they're a collab channel. If you haven't heard of them, they toured with them, and my favorite YouTuber, Steven Parker, ended up like, I don't even know if he actually like toured with them or he just like followed them around to all of them. But I ended up meeting him, and when I met him, I freaked out. I only ended up meeting like 4 people. I met This Wildlife, which I wasn't listening to them at the time. That was the first time I'd ever heard of them, but I met them. And my sister has those pictures on her camera. We haven't gotten them printed out yet. I ended up meeting Steven Parker and Say We Can Fly, and I was really awkward during both. When I met Steven Parker, I ended up seeing his beanie, and I sound really stalkerish when I say this, but I saw his beanie and I kind of knew it was him because I also saw his shirt, and that's the shirt that he used to wear in like all the videos that I loved. So I recognized him, and my dad was with me the whole time, so he was like he was making fun of me, and he was like, and yeah, He was like, he's just a person. And I was like, yeah, but I love him. And so I awkwardly went up and waited for a picture. And when I got my picture, he was like, can I get a hug? I awkwardly hugged him, mentally dying because I'm so awkward. I freaking, I like did a 3-second hug and I wanted to hug him for so long. My dad tried to get a picture, it didn't work out very well because I was too awkward to hug him. And, excuse the dogs. But then as I was walking away after my dad took the picture, he was like, I love you. I was like, I love you too. And just like awkwardly like hid my face and walked away. So that was my awkward experience with him. I hate myself for that. I had fun though. I don't know. A lot of the like meeting when you're meeting them at their booth, it's kind of hard because obviously there's going to be a lot of people. For the My Digital Escape booth, there was a lot of people. Like it went, this was the booth like right here, and it went up this hill, and then like there was this gate, and it started like going down the gate, and my dad wouldn't let me meet them because the line was so long. But it's pretty fun, and a lot of people. It was really hot out that day, and a lot of people wore like black paint and stuff to show their like for their fandom and stuff. It was pretty bad. Towards the end of the day, everyone was sweating with black all down their arms and their face. It was ridiculous. I ended up getting like really, really sunburned, even though I wore sunscreen, but the sunscreen like attracted the sun. It makes no sense. That's what it felt like anyway. But it's pretty fun. I had I have a T-shirt somewhere in my disastrous room. uh, But once you get there, it's pretty fun. You can go to Ticketmaster.com to get the tickets, which is where my sister's best friend got them. But if it's your first, like, concert type of thing, it's kind of overwhelming because there's so many concerts. And if it's, like, your favorite bands, like, it had a bunch of my favorite bands, and I couldn't see them all because a lot of them were playing at the same time. So it was really upsetting. But I saw some of them, and I saw new bands that I liked, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. I'm not like most people. I didn't have like an awkward encounter, except with Say We Can Fly. I was like, "Can you sign this? Okay, let's take a picture," and then just like walked away awkwardly because I'm not a social person. My whole experience was awkward. I'm going again this year though, so if I get like a bunch of subscribers and y'all are going, we can like meet and take pictures, even though I'll be super awkward. This is never gonna happen, but if it does, I'm probably going again with my sister and my dad, hopefully. I don't know, because I have to choose between my 5 Seconds of Summer concert and Warped Tour, and it depends on who the lineup bands are for Warped Tour on if I'm going. But Warped Tour is pretty fun. Uh, the lines suck, obviously. The prices are expensive, but that's anywhere nowadays. Um, there's this one booth. This guy that makes the cartoon creatures you see on everything for like bands. You can give him like $1 and he'll draw any animal that you want on your arm, which I never ended up getting that. I was going to meet Black Veil Brides, but we had to go to this other booth tent thing. I don't know why I keep calling them booths, but we had to go to this other tent and we couldn't find it like worth anything, and that was one of my number one bands that I wanted to meet. So it was pretty upsetting when I didn't get to meet him. And I also wanted to meet Patty Walters, but I couldn't find him either. I had like a lot of upsetting moments, but the highlight of my whole time during Warped Tour that day was meeting Stephen Parker. Like that made my day, and I just want to meet him again and just be like, I'm so sorry for being awkward, and like running away from you. But it's pretty cool. You, I say you should go. The tickets on Ticketmaster.com, I believe, are only like 30-40 bucks. And if you're in Illinois, it's at Hollywood Amphitheater, if you know where that is. I don't know where that is. My parents took me. Well, my dad and my sister. But you should definitely check the weather before you go because knew it was going to be warm, and so we brought sunscreen. We didn't get the good kind, obviously, because the way I burnt, like, because I'm extremely pale, if you can't tell. So when I burnt, it burnt like all my shoulders, and I was wearing a tank top, so it burnt like right here too. And it was very difficult for me to move, like a week after we went to Warped Tour, but it was totally worth it. Uh, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. The Like I said, I know I keep bringing up prices, but the prices are pretty expensive. So you might want to save up money if you do plan on going. But yeah, that was my experience with meeting famous people that I forever wanted to meet and being too socially awkward to do it. But I don't think it's only me because I saw this one video on YouTube. This one girl met Say We Can Fly, and like something happened and she ended up like sliding into his tent as he was eating lunch, and she was all awkward. I don't remember her name, but she was amazing. I loved her. But Warped Tour is pretty fun. I mean, a lot of people ask me for cigarettes, but I'm only I'm only 14. I don't know if I look older or what. I was 13 at the time. No, I was 14. Yeah, I was 14 because it was right after my birthday. I'll be 15 this year when we go. But it's pretty fun. I think you'll enjoy it if you're into that type of stuff. I mean, it's like 18 concerts in one. Not 18, but like, I mean, technically 18, just at different times. It sucks though if your favorite bands are playing at the same time. Your heart like shatters in 8 million pieces. Alright, I guess that's all. I don't really have anything else to say. Um, I'm changing my dates for when I put videos up to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because I think it's going to be easier for me. So I'm just going to put this one up today, and the next one's going to be Friday, and then I'll see you guys on Monday. Well, Friday. I'm being awkward. I'll see you Friday. I love you. Stay strong and beautiful. Bye.